Welcome to a new deck on Reveal a new deck. Okay, so this new deck, this is the box. Okay, so if you're interested in this new deck, I'm doing a review on this new deck. Okay, all right. I love the box. I wish the color was a little bit vibrant. It's a little bit dark, but it's a beautiful deck. Okay, this is how the box looks. It's a little bit dark, but it's a beautiful deck. I've put more color. People like colors. Okay, the name of this deck is the Unveiled Tarot. This is a wonderful deck. I'm doing the review. I have a couple decks to review so that people can get to these new decks on time. I think it's wonderful because I do not have the time, because I was asked by, when I started, by someone to do these a deck of cards, but I just don't have the time to do it, okay? Because my deck is just going to be unbelievable, but I have so much things, and I'm supposed to be in the spiritual world of writing books. Okay, I absolutely adore this deck. The thing that I like about this deck is that it's unrealistic. Okay, if you guys know, I love Salvatore Dali. Okay, I love his work, and this deck is like a Salvatore Dali deck, like in another form. Okay, I know that this would happen. Hello? Yeah, it called it brings us. Okay, this goes. So what is happening and what is transpiring is that I'm going to do a short review. It's going to be in pieces and pieces because I just got a call. It is Sunday. I'm doing these review decks. Okay, let's go through this deck. So this is just a major arcana, and we have the Fool. I think it's a very beautiful way how they have done this deck. This deck is so beautiful. The only thing that I don't like is the paper. The paper is a little bit thin. At the end of the after a couple use, after 10 uses, it's going to get soft. Okay, I wish they had put a coat over it in order to keep it glossy, and once they keep it glossy, then that would be good. But this beautiful Fool, this is absolutely amazing. I do really love this. Then we have the energy of the Magician, another wonderful, how they use the Magician with the Man on the Moon. This is absolutely beautiful. I am really in love with them. I haven't used them yet because I'm just doing the review. Just opened them because on Sunday I have time to open them, and this is absolutely beautiful. I'll put the link below. When we look at the Eye Princess, this is gorgeous because this is about your higher self, okay? And they did it in a very, very positive way. So this is good. When we look at the Empress, yes, it's all about growth. It's all about creativity. It's all about building things. It's all about doing things. So what is happening and what is transpiring, I love the energy of the Empress because it's showing that you're planting roots in order to bring out wonderful, positive things in your world. Then when we look at the Emperor, yeah, this is really a masculine figure. This is the masculine counterpart. You can see how masculine this person is. So when we look at the corporation institution, it's always like a priest. And if you notice the two fingers that is up. So corporation institution is always as a governing body, okay? And this is a wonderful way that they depict it. It has the spiritual side of the church and the Christianity, but it also has the side of being just a powerful organization. Then we have the energy of the Lovers, which is so beautiful because they have the two persons behind, but yet still in the middle. They have the sense of these two people that is trying to bond together. And this is like in a metro, or it is in a city, and this is just really wonderful. I love this. Then when we look at the energy of the Chariot, this energy of the Chariot is just absolutely fabulous. The Chariot is about moving forward, it's about going forward, it's about moving forward in a positive way. Then we have the energy of the Strength, and you see the energy of the Lion that comes out in all of the strength, but as all of these things is going on. This is a hospital. Someone is in a hospital bed trying to find figure in strength to fight off a sickness or illness, and that is well done. Then we see the energy of the Hermit, and the energy of the Hermit is a wonderful situation because it's about people started to think for themselves. People started to go in within and questioning themselves and thinking for themselves. When we look at the Wheel of Fortune, of course, we expect the casino, and these multiple characteristics behind it. And of course, it's always a casino. The Wheel of Fortune is always about gambles that you take, okay? What you give out and you receive. The fortune, whatever that you give out will return in. So this is a really positive, and if you notice, it's in the center of all of these, it falls in the center of these arcana. Then we look at Justice. I love this, the picture of Justice. It's just, protesting and, trying to get equal right and justice. And this is just absolutely fabulous. So then we look at the Hangman, and this is just so wonderful because of how they put the Stone Age behind it. And here is someone that is trying to go within themselves to connect with them higher self. And this is absolutely fabulous. So then when we look at the energy of Death, it is, the Death is on a horse. And if you notice, all deaths are on a horse. Whatever the reason is, I'm going to do a research to tell you people why. But here is the energy of Death, and here is the energy of things are happening, things are being looked at and creative, and people are gathering a lot of information and receiving a lot of help by really trying to balance out a lot of situation. Then we see the energy of Temperance is always the angels, the energy of angels with Temperance, and you see the energy of the wings behind. You see this person is trying to find balance, but definitely a guiding angels is behind. When we look at the energy of the Tower, I love this absolute Tower because the other towers is like a devastated situation. This is really a devastated situation, but it is in another way. And if you notice, the energy of the Tower is depicted in the middle of it, and this is what I love with all of these cards. In the middle of it, you get another scenario. Then the energy of the Star, which is a really wonderful thing. You have the energy of the satellite dish. And whatever is happening, and with the energy of the satellite dish, this is the sense of the Star with the energy of the satellite dish. What is happening and transpiring, you are now recognizing and seeing the value of this happening. Then we look at the energy of the Moon, and the energy of the Moon is about, you see the howling of these dogs and these hounds, and this is someone in their bed at nighttime, and with this energy of the Moon is depicting a mysterious illusion, and that is just so fabulous. I am a little bit disappointed with the Sun. I think the Sun, they could have done it like a more bigger radiant yellow, but if you notice, the colors on these cards are really I think the way they drew it off and the colors that they use, this, it's not really disappointed, but I would have expected like a radiated heavy yellow to be on the Sun. But this is depicting a roller coaster, which is a really positive energy, because going to a prep part, that is where the inner child comes out, and this is absolutely fabulous. People are you know, on this roller coaster, and it's so nice. Then the energy of judgment. Yes, I love this energy of judgment. The way they did the card, the blue and the pink behind is absolutely amazing. We're seeing more of these is coming out, and then we end up with the energy of the world, and this is absolutely fantastic. This is definitely a cycle is over and a new start is beginning. And this is what I love with the major arcana, from beginning to end, from the 0 to the number 21, which ends up to be 3. So you start with Omega, and then you end up with the Holy Spirit, body, mind, and soul. A lot of people are not aware of this, and this is why I say I'm going to go back to do my spiritual with cars and the universe, but apparently I am the person that is to do investigation. So when I look at all the people and their love readings, I think I could never ever do that. So I would advise you guys, this is a really positive deck, and we're going to go and look at no one recognized that, the devil. Oh my God, we have that, but the devil was left out. Okay, number 15. So number 15 would have been here. Okay, so here we have the energy of the death, and then we have the puppet. The puppet. This is in French. Is a puppet. The puppet is in French. The puppet. Okay. So you have the devil in English, and you have the puppet in French. So what I love about this deck is that there are this double devil. So you have the puppet and you have the energy of the devil. So if you notice, it could be a family situation, but it could be a business situation. And this is why I love this deck so much. So I'm going to do right behind the difference, the pentacles, the swords, the wands, and the cups right behind. So just hang in there. We're going to be looking at the whole deck. I love it. It is the veil of the Tarak, and this is absolutely fabulous. We're going to be moving on to the Pentacles deck. Okay, so now we are at the Pentacles. So we're still reviewing the veil cards, and I still find this to be an awesome deck. Okay, this deck has just a wonderful sense of it. Let's look at the Ace of Pentacles. This is beautiful with a stone edge. Two of Pentacles, normally it's juggling, and you see that Two of Pentacles not really juggling. Then we have the Three of Pentacles, which is always building, is always connecting together, building. Four of Pentacles is keeping your money safe. Five of Pentacles is moving forward, no matter how hard it is. Six of Pentacles is receiving, giving and receiving. I've always said that. A lot of people read cards, and the things that they say, I'm thinking, okay. The Seven of Pentacles is always working hard, thinking creative and working hard. Eight of Pentacles is another situation of working, okay, but this is more productive working. And the Nine of Pentacles is, you know, you're sitting with bliss. And this is really wonderful. This is absolutely perfect. I like how the depictment in an unsurreal world. This is a deck of unsurreal. Then we have the energy of the Ten of Pentacles, which is another wonderful energy. You see, you're going through the buildings. You know, this could be saying that you've been an entrepreneur, or you or someone who is in houses and in that sort of a world, and which is very wonderful. Then we look at the Page of Pentacles, and you see someone who is having an idea in their head and want to build something, which is really positive, because that's how I read the cards myself. And then we look at the Knight of Pentacles. This Knight is someone who is moving in, but they're moving in very slowly because they're thinking. Okay, Pentacles energy is always very slow. Okay, because they're thinking on planning and trying to build on something. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is beautiful. It's a lady in a beautiful dress, but also a business person. Okay, so if you guys know my business channel and you go listen to it, that is all that I'm always saying. Whoever created this deck had a realistic view to things and life at this time. This is a real now the time deck, okay? Because we have no more nights. You know, pages are children. Pages can be children or ideas. Knight is people between the age of 18 and 45. Queens are above. Is always 50 years and older. Kings is always 50 years and older. And as you look at the energy of the King of Pentacles, this is a wonderful depicted way. This is a businessman. This is why I'm always saying the Emperor can be a businessman, a husband or a wife, or someone with authority. And that is also the energy of the King of Pentacles. So this is a wonderful, this Knight of this is a Pentacle deck. In this deck is really wonderful. It's a really beautiful. It is so serene. It is really a deck that I would use for business when I'm doing the business reading. For you guys that don't know that I have a business channel, I do have a channel only for business. Okay, so I tell you when you can invest, when not, what is happening at the workplace. So I think I would really use this for the business channel, because it's more about the mundane world. It's more about the now time, what is happening. Overall, I would give this a real big 9. This is a real big 9. Okay, so I give Everydale. This is a wonderful. This is really a 9. So I want you to leave the review. I want you to tell me how you feel about this, how you see it with yourself. Is this the deck that you should buy? I would say yes. You know, go for this deck. It is really a deck that I think a lot of people should invest in. Okay? So let me know, because I find this deck to be a very, very, very special deck. This deck has a lot to show up for. This deck is a wonderful series that is coming up, which is absolutely an unbelievable timeline with these energies. Okay, so I'm going to move forward and look at the Two of Swords. I'm going to move forward and look and see the page, Two of Swords. Okay. All right. So we're back with the Swords energy. Another, you know, it's really exciting. I find it to be a very welcoming deck. Whatever is happening and transpiring, it is a really a breath of fresh air towards what we were having the last couple of years. There's a lot of people that is coming out with brilliant ideas. A lot of people are really finding their creative juice, and you can see that. You know, I've always liked to see whenever the Three of Swords, the Three of Swords is always one of this, and the Eight of Swords is always one of those weird cards when you see comes up. The Swords energy on a own is about creativity, it's about the mind, it's about thinking. And when we look at the page, you can see that this is a young person. But if you notice, there are other young people, but whoever this person is, you know, coming with truth and honesty. And the pages is always creativity, or it's always communication, but communication in a very positive way. It's like using the sword of truth to take down people. Now, the Knight of Swords is always a sort of a fast energy. This person always want to push ahead, push forward. Okay, the Queen of Swords is always anything to do with litigation, lawyers, judge, legal situation, notorious and that sort of a thing, authoritarian. That is the same sense as the King of Swords, because you can see that that is a military person So swords people is always government, institution, organization. That's why when we look at the third house, the seventh house, and the 11th house, is always about government, institution, organization, authoritarian, that sort of a thing. Now, when we look at the Ace of Swords, is always about communication. The aces are always about communication. The aces bring out communication, whether good or bad. And then we have the Two of Swords, which is absolutely wonderful. I love this because it's like being blindfolded, but yet sitting and thinking, trying to figure out the situation. The Three of Swords is always that energy also that shows up. And I love this one because it has a martini glass. But the energy of the Three of Swords, the heart space in the sword space in the heart, okay? Then I love, I basically love this whole deck, okay? I just wish that whoever you are, because I know you're going to be looking at my review, I just wish the paper were thicker. Off the paper had like a deck over it, okay? Because then it will stay longer. These are going to be crumbling the more you use them. But for the rest of it, the pick things on it is so good. Look at this energy of the Five of Swords, where someone is riding away on their bicycle with the swords and the other people are running behind them because they have win whatever that was going on. The Six of Swords, yes, moving forward, moving on, ending, which is, you know, not the boat, but the plane. The Seven of Swords is about lying on the oath. I love the Seven of Swords energy. It's about lying on the oath, okay? Not being honest, trying to get away with something. The Eight of Swords is like, yeah, I don't know where I am. I'm totally blindfolded in what to do. The Nine of Swords is always the pick with the swords all over the head, meaning worries, going through a lot of worries. And the Ten of Swords is about seeing someone, knowing what they have done, and, you know, is laughing. That's a narcissistic person. Ten of Swords energy is always like narcissistic people who do things to hurt other people. And that is like the Ten of Swords energy is always depict a personality disorder in a person, okay? So I love this. You know, leave your message. Tell me what you think about these, because I feel them. I think they're so unrealistic and so really powerful. They're really nice and powerful. They depict a story that is very, very positive, okay? We're going to be going on and looking at the Cups energy, which is wonderful. I'll see you on the other side of the Cups energy. So we're back with the Cups energy. All right, so this is just absolutely, yeah, for some people it would be, if you're not a heart-loving person, for some people I see that this would be a little bit like out of place for some people. Some people might not connect, but I connect so much with this. Look at the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is absolutely beautiful. There's no question about this. The Page of Cups is pure. It's beautiful. The Knight of Cups. I love this old time, you know, he's going, but, you know, he's like on a dream, because this is like unrealistic, this bicycle of the past. So, and the Queen, look at the Queen. You know, she's just sitting down there, you know, at the dust, thinking, and that's where her creative juice is coming up. That's when she's connecting with the higher self and connecting with the universe. Look at the Knight of Cups. I love this because it doesn't depict a person. It depicts happiness and joy moving forward. The Ace of Cups is absolutely brilliant. I am so in love with this deck, and I have not used them yet, so I want to know what they are. And look at the Two of Cups. I really love this because, you know, this Two of Cups is, you know, depicting people behind, and this is the energy of the Three of Cups. And with the energy of the Three of Cups, this is about celebration. You know, your kids are happy that you're away, and then they create a party at home. Look at this Four of Cups, which is, you know, yeah, something is not going forward. some sort of a disappointment. This also with the Five of Cups, because the Four of Cups is always about secrets, like someone finding out something, turning their backs and moving forward. And the Five of Cups is always about disappointment. As we look at the Six of Cups, which is absolutely beautiful, the Six of Cups is reconnecting with past life, okay, soul family. And this is always very wonderful. Seven of Cups is about, having plenty, having your hands in multiple jars or having plenty to pick from. And that is coming up. Then we have the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups is about, being in a place where the emotion is so high. You're really feeling a emotion that is running high. Nine of Cups is just wonderful. This is the territory. This is people sitting down, enjoying happiness and joy. And the Ten of Cups is always the pick of the family. And you're seeing two different sort of family. But these family connections are very beautiful. These people are connecting in a very positive way. So I absolutely, the hard work behind this is just so wonderful. It's really well thought out, the artwork. Okay, this is someone who has a very surreal time of looking at things, and I feel that the hard work is well done. Okay, the hard work is absolutely well done. I don't think they could have done it any better. This artwork is completely a masterpiece in a sense, and it depends on who you are as a person, but for me, I think it's a wonderful, it's wonderfully done. Okay, it is so surreal, which is absolutely fabulous. It is really surreal. Okay, it's something that you should be proud of, whoever you are as a creator. This is something that you should be proud of. It is absolutely adore. It gives you the flight of day. And what is so beautiful about this deck is that they give you like extras that you can use your own idea. We have the Mort, because this is I think it's a French person or someone with a French background who does this, because they have a lot of French language in it. And this is absolutely beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I'll see you the deck of the Wands. All right, so now we're at the Shrine of the Wands, and this is another wonderful depiction of the Wands. It has the mob, so that's people that is coming down on you. All right, so we have the page. This page is climbing. Normally he has the Wands in his hand. This knight is on a motorbike with a pistol. That's really fire sign moving forward. Yes, this Queen of Wands is really expressed in this as, yes, the person who is the dictator, okay? And as you see the King of Wands, this is someone who, is the ruler of a whole city, and that's the energy of the fire sign. So this is just so funny, because these cards depict the zodiac signs for exactly who they are. And this is one of it that is depicted so positive. The Ace of Wands, I love this because, in the behind scenes, because it's so surreal. Yeah, it's all about the Wands, the new start, new beginnings. Okay, and then you have the Two of Wands, and I'm glad they didn't use the Two of Wands. There's the Two of Wands there behind, but they didn't depict it on the card. You see 1, 2, and you see 2 people, and you see this is a real positive depiction of the Two of Cards. Three of Wands is a very positive, because it's a looking forward, turning your back on something that is old, a cycle that is over, and looking in the beginning to move forward. Then we have, this is beautiful because this is really the Four of Wands. It's always about house, marriage, stability, and this is really nicely done. Then we have the Five of Wands, the conflicts. If you notice, there's so many people behind the scenes, but inside, you know, someone is really going through conflicts with other people. Then we have the Six of Wands. I love this. This is a victory. I would have expected something, and thank God they put a woman on this because it's always a man riding in with victory. And here you see you're standing using your masculine energy to stand up against what is going on. And here we have the energy of the Eight of Wands, and this Eight of Wands come also with the mob card. So the Eight of Wands is about movement, fastness, but it's also about mobs. And this can depict the energy of the Nine of Wands, protecting yourself, but also protecting yourself from people. But this energy of the mobs, it can be used just for anything, okay? Because it's always a group of people that is against you and you're trying to protect yourself. And that is the depiction of the Nine of Wands. So here, the energy of the burdens, this is so positive. You can see a hand that is lifting a very heavy object. And normally ants can lift objects heavier than themselves. So this is an absolutely beautiful deck. Okay, I'm giving this deck a 9.5. I would, you know, I would gladly give it a 10, to be honest. So I'm going to set the review. I'm giving this deck a 10, and it's because of my serenity when I look at heart work. And I think that this is really different than the normal tarot decks. I think this is a very unusual deck. I think if whoever creates this deck use another type of paper, or a paper with matte over it, glance over it, and a more heavier paper, I think that this will be you know, a everlasting deck that will, you know, blight for a lifetime. This can be, you know, something that would be a vintage deck because of the surreal of what it is. So mine unveiling of this deck, I am going to be giving it really a 10. I think the artwork is extremely good. You know, I would give it a 9.5, but it's just the paper. If they change the paper, the weight of the paper, I think that it will be a deck that will last for a lifetime. Okay, so it's a wonderful deck. I am absolutely happy with this deck, and I'm advising people, you know, get this deck. I got it off Temu, so you can get it off Temu, okay? Thank you. Please remember to share this. Namaste.